Well, Destiny community, we did it. Bungie is finally going to address the big issues. We put enough pressure on them, and they have just announced that tomorrow they're going to come out with a State of the Game article. This is huge news and a big W for any Destiny 2 player out there. And if you're unfamiliar with what these articles are, what they mean, these are the biggest articles that Bungie can possibly produce. They're published by game director Joe Blackburn, and when that article goes live tomorrow, Bungie will be addressing all of the elephants in all the rooms as they have in the past. If you don't remember the Witch Queen State of the Game article, let me give you a brief history lesson. The first thing they announced in the State of the Game Witch Queen article was that they were actually pushing the date back of the launch. Now this was in part due to the pandemic, but also due to the fact that Bungie wanted to produce a higher quality expansion for Destiny 2. Will we see the launch date for the final shape pushed back? I don't know just yet. I certainly hope not personally. I feel like that would only enrage and anger Guardians currently, but if they did have to push back the final shape to make it much higher quality or at least comparable to the Witch Queen, then honestly I wouldn't be that mad about it, because the Witch Queen was such an amazing year in Destiny 2, and Lightfall has just fallen so short that Bungie might have to regather their forces and give it an extra month or so before they launch the final shape. One other huge decision that Bungie made for the State of the Game with the Witch Queen was that Bungie removed the infusion power cap. With this statement here, we've made the decision that any weapon or armor that can currently be infused to max power will continue to be able to reach max power permanently, which was an excellent change. And along with that, back in the time, it used to increase power level each season by 50, and they ended up eventually lowering that by 10 power increase every season. Now obviously we've had power removed in its entirety for the year of Lightfall, but at the time that was a huge change because a 50 power increase was a lot and really made you have to grind those pinnacles each and every season. And if you thought all of those changes were crazy, we're not even halfway through all of the stuff that was the State of the Game for the Witch Queen. They also removed 3-peaking, which absolutely plagued Crucible for so long and made trials absolutely unbearable. On top of that, they had to do big sweeping changes to nerf stasis because they overtuned it so much for the arrival of Beyond Light. And looking back now, after we've gotten Void, Solar, and Arc 3.0, it feels like stasis is a little bit weak, and we might need stasis 2.0 at some point in time here. Comment down below if you feel like stasis needs a buff and you're hoping that Bungie addresses it in their State of the Game article tomorrow. On top of that, in the State of the Game article, they said that they would be improving their anti-cheat measures and taking major legal action against perpetrators. And over the last year, we have seen several multi-million-dollar lawsuits from Bungie versus said cheater company. At this point in time, there's probably like 4 or 5 different cheater companies that they've sued in the millions of dollars. On top of that, they announced that the Vault of Glass would be the reprise raid coming around to the mid-year, which means that we'll probably see an announcement for which reprise raid we're getting next season tomorrow in the State of the Game article. On top of that, this is when they gave Ada1 her complete rework, giving the vendor some use and allowing her to be a part of the transmog system. And if that wasn't enough, during this article, they also mentioned that crossplay was coming to Destiny 2 and that Ikora was going to start playing a major role in the story, narratively speaking. It was also in this article that they announced that they were going to do Solar 3.0, Void 3.0, and Arc 3.0. And lastly, if that all wasn't crazy enough, this is when they announced title gilding in Destiny 2. So simply put, the State of the Game article is easily one of the most exciting time for Guardians of Destiny 2. This is going to be big news, and I can't wait to see your thoughts down in the comments below about all of this. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications on, because as soon as that article goes live, we're going to be delivering you that news world's first. As always, smash the like button and click on the screen here to watch another video from this channel. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.